Hey all my people, welcome to another episode of Gazelle Hospital Podcast. It is I, Quinn Meadows, the man, the myth, the legend, all three, and with me today are two lesser known humans, such as...
Lesser being number one, my name's Alex.
And...
Less than dirt number 3, Trey.
Alright, and today we have a lot to talk about. And by a lot to talk about, it's kind of a dry run right now. You know, there's not a lot going on. So we're going to give some stuff about, like, our favorite games. We watch some movies and TV shows. Maybe we'll talk about those. Who knows? It'll be a fun day today. Alex?
Not, you know, maybe it'll be a terrible day. Maybe this is the point where you just turn off the podcast right now.
Alright, if you say so.
Wait, Quinn.
Or, sorry, you didn't let me finish, guys.
There's an or to this statement.
Yeah, definitely. Or it'll be the best episode of the year, because it's the end of the year.
Yes.
Right,
Beautiful
guys?
end of the year. Yes. By this time this comes live, it'll be about the end of the year.
Yeah. You know, we're going to sit back and think about what we liked this year and what we're looking forward to.
And that's why we're also going to exert all the remaining energy we have left for the year, because we don't need it anymore.
I'm ready to pass out for a while.
A high profile, high energy podcast, alright guys? Trey? Alright.
Nervous energy.
I don't have that kind of energy. What the fuck are you asking? It's near the end of the year. I used it up during the year.
Wait. Where's Wacky Trey at?
At the bottom of his drink.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We'll see him there.
Give me Wild Quinn.
I'm already here, Alex, don't
Whoa!
you know? Wow!
Man, you guys are fucking cringe.
Yeah, that's true.
Every day of my life, Trey.
Every day of your life was a mistake. You have the choice, Quinn.
And my choice is to be cringe.
The choice is to continue on, and you've chosen poorly.
Yes. We all given choices in life, Trey. It's up to us decide what's the correct choice. And that's to be cringe for me.
In fairness, I did add a cringe clause to his contract for the Gazelle Hospital podcast.
Alex!
So,
We're supposed to talk about this.
I thought that
Was
was
there an
under
NDA?
was that under the pun clause too?
apparently there's an NDA. I can't really go over it. So if
Wait a second. Is he getting paid? Is that why you can't talk about it? Am I just shop deliver here? Am I just fucking free labor?
Trey, what are you talking about? There's nothing going on here.
You come to my house, take my room to do the podcast.
Yeah, we are experiencing some technical difficulties. Everything we said right now, they can't be taken seriously because it's definitely no contract that we made on episode 1 of the Gazelle Hospital podcast.
Yeah, the first episode that everyone was totally here for.
And I didn't listen to.
Oh, definitely a real thing that we did on.
Yeah, how about some music? Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Trey?
Still dancing.
I'm dying. I almost vomited. Shit.
Oh no. Sorry, audio listeners.
This is the high-profile energy that I was looking for in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I'm here to provide.
That was so cringe. I almost fucking threw up.
Sorry that I have the best dance moves.
What was it that I forgot who it was? It was the guy who does the ID10T podcast. Me and my dad went to watch him live. He's a comedian as well. And he comes out on stage doing that. He's like, this is a white guy dance. It's just one white guy jerking off 2 dicks.
I mean, that's what I just did.
Yeah, that's exactly
right
what you did.
It comes natural to all white guys everywhere.
Just jerking off.
Just jerk off 2 dicks.
You know? It just,
White guy energy, am I right?
when you feel rhythm as a white guy, you actually start seeing dicks around you. And you just can't. You can't stop.
I'm going to stop that there now.
This is why our parents thought you were gay.
You know?
No, our parents think all our friends are gay. So we you know.
Why? Just because I think there's dicks around me everywhere?
Yeah.
And I want
As a technicality, you're correct.
and I want to rhythmically jerk them off?
And that's where you went wrong.
Oh.
You're not supposed to do that in front of them.
Oh.
You do it behind them.
That makes sense why that family gathering was so awkward.
Yeah, not because you were
It was
there.
only awkward. It wasn't awkward for 3 people.
Yeah, we had a great time. Didn't know why everyone else was staring at us. I could have hopped in.
They know the white dance move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
What is this podcast without a stupid tangents?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, outside of us being definitely a video game podcast, we are a tangent podcast where we talk about math and equations.
Can we copyright that?
Fucking hate
We are a
you.
tangent podcast.
No.
No. I got what he went there. I'm fine. Triangles are cool. All right, but.
Sorry, that was my tangent within the tangent. Isn't that pretty good?
We should label us as a tangent podcast
I am
from now
like
on.
physically in pain right now.
You guys want to listen to that Digress podcast, Gazelle Hospital?
I mean...
But I digress. Let's get back to our fucking job. This is too much.
Okay, fine.
No, that was part of the
that's
conversation.
them?
Yeah,
they're talking
their
at work?
conversation, yeah.
I just felt like you were so serious, and I was like, yes, okay.
Well, I mean, they're serious. They're working.
As lesser being number 2, I get it.
That's right.
I wish I was 3 feet under the fucking dirt now.
I mean, you know...
That way I wouldn't have to hear it.
I guess so. I mean... But then what would we do here? You
Well, clearly jack off 2 dicks.
Well, only be
Down
one.
one. Okay. All right. So yeah, Trey was watching The Witcher. Is what the TV show that I mentioned at the start of this was. He's watching The Witcher. How's The Witcher, Trey?
I'm 6 episodes in.
Hey, that's also a video game.
Yes,
So
it
we're
is
still a video game podcast. All right, go ahead.
It's a video game?
Yeah, The Witcher. I thought you
I
played The
know,
Witcher.
I know.
They being sarcastic.
I know, but I had a real question before I go off about the TV show.
I played half of The Witcher 2, and I never played The Witcher 3.
Okay.
That's what I was going to ask, because I've owned The Witcher 3. I've never played it. Quentin, you played it, though.
I played Witcher 3. I have not beaten it.
I started it, and then... Yeah, I don't know why I fell off. I wasn't bored or anything. I think I was just busy, and then another game came out, and then here we are years later.
I liked The Witcher 3, but my personal problem is like the inventory. When I look at the inventory for Witcher 3, I lose hope in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the things that seemed cool about The Witcher 3 were a lot of the decisions matter. I love when my choices have real-life consequences in the real world.
I forgot to turn this off.
Oh
This is
my
just,
goodness.
You know, that's fine.
Oh,
Everyone's
it's just extra bright, that's all.
White screen in the background. Audio listeners don't have to deal with this shit.
Yeah, sorry, video listeners. You got the short end of the stick there. And you also got to see me checking off 2 dicks, so...
It's a win-lose situation, really.
Yeah. Anyways, Trey, you saw the show. Of me checking off
I'm
2 dicks.
I'm still processing what just happened. Sorry. Yeah, so far it's a good show. I like it. The first season was great. Did you watch the first season, Alex?
I haven't seen any of the show.
Really?
I thought about it, and then it's just, again, similar to me playing the game. It's just been years, and I just never got around to it.
Yeah, and the inventory for the show is too much for me.
Someone brought that up during an interview with Henry Cavill, because he played the games, and they're like, are you considering what his inventory's like? He's like, no, but I wish we would bring it up in the fucking show. With pound down wheels of cheese.
It's cool that he's actually, played the game and...
He's read all the books. He's played the games. I was watching the interview with the cast, and so everyone knows Henry Cavill's a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
He built his own computer on a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And so recently he just came out talking about, he's like, took him forever to apparently come out with it as the nerdiest thing he does, which is he does Warhammer 40k figurines.
Oh, nice.
The tabletop
Yeah.
game where you have to paint all the miniatures. And he's like, I have an army of those. And I'm just like, oh, cool. And then he started listing books, and then the interviewers like, list authors you would recommend. He listed Raymond B. Feist as top. I was just like, I paused the video to applaud him, because I was like, that is amazing taste.
I've gotten pretty deep into some nerddom stuff, and so remember when I went to Gen Con a few years ago?
Yes.
Everyone I was with there was really into this miniature game called Infinity, and it's like Warhammer on crack. I think Warhammer, there's a grid and stuff that you play on, right? So Infinity, and let me tell you, watching this as someone who has never played Infinity, This was the nerdiest shit I've ever seen.
Was it like the equivalent of kids playing in the sand with little toys like, no, mine does this?
No, it was way, way worse. It was like, there were a bunch of dice, which is cool, but the fact that, like...
Dice are cool, yeah.
I was cool with dice.
If there's dice, it's the coolest shit Alex has ever seen.
Shit ever. Then again, we all play D&D.
That's why I was saying, that's cool. But, so, like, there's these, for one, this is a miniatures game, you have to paint your miniatures. This is also a game where you have to paint your own environments, basically. Like, there's, like, all of these environments you need to, like, build and put together and paint to make, look like a cool thing. But everything matters about the level design there, because basically, if you're going to make an attack, you have to measure in centimeters how far away you are. And so everyone's bringing out, everyone has their own, like, tape measure. And they're like,
It's a literal dick measuring contest right there.
9 centimeters, that means I get I'm close enough to get my bonus action on a shot for you.
That's how Warhammer is.
No, I was about to say Warhammer's the
They
same.
get like little protractors that have like a flamethrower design on them.
It's a little less like centimeter rule, so much as it's grid, but they do have little protractors that say, okay, well, this flame can go spread out in that far of an angle and this far.
They got the same thing in Infinity. And then there's like the third dimension too, because these are like,
same.
They can go up. Okay,
same with Warhammer.
I thought that they were on a grid is why.
So they did have that, but you were supposed to make your own levels too.
Okay.
And you could hide behind trees, build forts, whatever. And then they did have the third plane where you basically just had the clear plastic where you put, like, if it's a drop ship, and you put it on top and you put it on the field.
Okay. So what I was getting at, I guess it sounds pretty similar to me, and I've never played a miniatures game, but I swear these guys were like, oh, Warhammer 40k, oh, baby's first miniature. I was like, wow. Like, I didn't know how deep we could get into it.
There's some hierarchy here, man. Nerd culture. You gotta remember that.
I just had no idea. It was eye-opening. And,
like, the people who think D&D's, like, the peak of nerd culture have no fucking clue how far it goes.
It goes so deep. Yeah, and it's like... these people... I did so many different things at Gen Con. I was, pretty busy. I had a lot of things to do. But all they did was play Infinity. This was, like... a 4-day tournament, and they're doing it all day.
Yikes.
And I'm like, are you guys good? Like, I've demoed a bunch of board games. I was in, like, a Hearthstone tournament. I went out and did a lot of different things, and it was just like, what are you guys doing?
They're committed.
I mean, one of them won, so good for them. Shout out Lewis.
Let's go, Lewis!
CK Black?
The, no. 2016 Gen Con champion of Infinity.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I just had no idea it went so deep.
It goes deep.
Yeah. Gen Con shit.
Well, miniatures.
This miniature shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never got into it.
Neither did I.
Jesse bought a shit ton of it, and he tried to get us into it, and I just never could.
I played a bit, but I was too young. I didn't understand the rules. It's like when you're playing, like, the card games of our youth, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and you didn't know the rules. You just make shit up as you go.
Yeah.
That's all I did. I thought they were cool. I thought the miniatures were cool, and I liked how you could design them in different paint styles, but I wanted the Tyranids.
Is that like a race?
It was, so Jesse loved the Space Marines. I loved the Tyranids, which is basically gene-stealing aliens. They steal your genes. So if you want to wear shorts, you're fine.
Yeah, thank goodness.
But don't wear any jeans. But they were basically like dinosaur aliens, basically.
They're easy and comfy to wear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually why I wear them all the time.
I mean, and it counters these aliens too. So like, honestly, shorts are OP.
They're my worst enemy because I only ever wear jeans.
Yeah, you're screwed, basically. Is that why you play as them?
Yeah, so they can't steal my jeans.
Yeah.
That's the rule of thumb. If you lose to a guy playing Tyranids, you lose your jeans.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It becomes almost like strip poker, but different.
Yeah. I was always wondered why you're just bottomless every time I went to a game store with
Look,
you.
man, don't ask.
Yeah, I didn't.
Don't ask, don't tell. That's the rule of the gene stealers.
I'm sorry. I just didn't know.
Well, I got better. That's why I have so many genes now.
Oh,
because I've stolen them all.
Is it like a trophy collection?
Yeah, they're like, for your tier new players, they're a trophy collection of genes.
I mean, I don't know why we didn't think of doing something like that, Quinn.
Because I don't need jeans. We got shorts.
Shorts for life.
And this is why mosquitoes bite your legs.
I mean, that's not why. It's because my legs are so appetizing and succulent.
I got really good blood flow down there, too.
Yeah, they really like it.
Anyway.
Tangents, love them.
Tangent podcast.
Hey, we were talking about The Witcher. Weren't we?
Yeah, great show so far. Enjoying it. It's first season. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. It's really good. Second season so far, just as good. A little less fighting than the first season, but that's just because they're trying to do some build up. During the interview, they talked to the producer, and they were saying season 2 is kind of the build up to. Season 1 was kind of its own thing. Season 2 is more of a build up to the next season that they're already confirmed to do. And I've already started basically production.
Okay. I had no idea. I didn't even realize season 2 was out.
Yeah, it just came out a couple days ago.
Okay.
Wait, it's near the end of the year, boys.
Oh.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. We're smart.
I'm smart.
We know release dates. And Quinn knows finger guns.
Well, that's because he's white, too. Anyway, moving on. You guys watched a movie.
We did. We watched it basically the day after it came out, which was the Spider-Man, was it Far From Home?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Because Quinn and I actually haven't seen any of the new Spider-Man movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I invited Quinn to it assuming he had seen it.
No.
This is actually the only one I haven't seen yet of the
really?
new ones. Yeah.
Well, so we've all seen, the Amazing Spider-Man series and then the original Spider-Man series.
I haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man. I saw Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. All of
You
them.
didn't see any of Andrew Garfield?
No.
Oh.
No, we didn't.
Well, first off, poor guy was robbed. He never got a third movie.
Yes, but now we have 3 different Spider-Man 2s.
Yeah, that's true. But one is the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Don't try to sugarcoat it. We have 3 Spider-Man 2s.
They all have different names. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So we can differentiate them,
Mm-hmm.
but they
Spider-Man
are all
2,
they
Amazing
are
Spider-Man
all Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even called 2.
Yeah.
But we have number 2.
But it is 2.
Right now is the part of the podcast where we should probably give you a spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie. Unless we're not going to go into details of...
Do you want to spoil it? Do you just want to go for like a basic...
We do a basic thing.
Basic's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so...
Well...
And he's going to want to watch it.
All I can
Eventually.
say then... I mean, it's hard to really talk about it without spoiling it, but it was if you haven't even seen the newer ones, it's still a good watch.
Yeah, I haven't watched the newer ones. I never watched Amazing Spider-Man, but like they did bring everything together.
Doc Ock back, because we've
Yeah.
seen that in the trailers.
They brought Doc Ock and a bunch of other Spider-Man villains all into one universe, along with the other Spider-Mans, and I
I'd
think
say
it
it was a
was.
spoiler, but
I wouldn't say it was a spoiler.
I think
everyone
everyone kinda
knew
figured.
that Spider-Mans were coming into the same universe. Everyone.
They all came.
Everyone knew
That was a
Spider-Mans
lot
came.
of cum.
But,
You didn't have to actually say it.
Oh, what? I said...
There was a lot of white stuff being shot everywhere.
Not like, if you're a fan of Spider-Man movies, if you've watched every Spider-Man movie, you're going to love this movie. If you haven't seen all the Spider-Man movies, you'll like it. Because it's a really nice action. It's got a really nice, like, moral kind of thing for superheroes. But also at the same time, we are going through, like, superhero, what's the word I'm looking for? Fatigue. We've had so many superhero movies. Everyone's starting to get sick of them. This one didn't hit the fatigue for me. This one was still good, because it didn't feel the same, it wasn't, like someone described to me the other day. Yeah, it wasn't generic. It wasn't like, good guy fights bad guy, and then good guy wins in the end. It wasn't really like that for this movie.
I'd say it even hit the nostalgia too.
Yeah, because it brought everything together.
Some fan service, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was some good
So
fan
much
service.
fan service.
Some would say I'm a bit of a scientist myself when it comes to fan service.
Oh man, let me tell you, that line is repeated and it
I
was
don't doubt
incredible.
It was pretty good.
I've seen memes already on it. I saw memes like within the first day of it coming out. They're like the Doc Ock. There was a Doc Ock scene or something where it's just like Doctor Strange goes, "Do you know Spider-Man?" He's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Is this the Spider-Man you know?" And he's like, "No." And then they kept going through every Spider-Man. No, 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 until I hit Tobey Maguire, and he's like, "Yes."
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that.
There's one scene, I guess, again, mild spoiler, with the three Spider-Men talking to each other, where they're, like, kind of talking about some, like, the villains that they fought and stuff.
They didn't get to point out each other, did they?
Nah.
I am so disappointed.
Was that in the house?
Yeah, in the house, I think they pointed at each other.
Yeah.
They did the three-way point.
It wasn't a three-way.
It was
It was
just
only a
two.
two.
That's so annoying. I wish they did the three-way point. The
Yeah.
memes!
Yeah. It was just the two.
They missed out on so much meme
We did
potential.
the two-way.
The power they held in their hands, but they let go to waste.
Yeah.
Through.
I know. But there was a part where they were, like, talking about the villains that they've gone over, basically, the first couple movies and stuff. And then Andrew Garfield was like, wow, I feel pretty inadequate in comparison. Like, you guys are amazing, I'm just lame. And he's like, and Toby's like, no, you're amazing. You're the most amazing Spider-Man. I was like, yes! Tell him, Toby!
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I was all about it. So that was my favorite part. It's just, there's a lot of memes on TikTok about it, where basically it's like the whole gist of the TikTok is like all the other Spider-Man fans are like, "This is a great movie," and then the Tobey fans are going nuts. They're all doing like the Spider-Man 3 dance. The only thing that would make it better is if they added. Yeah, the only thing that would have made that movie better is if they added Topher Grace as Venom. I would have been there for it.
Oh.
Like,
Who did? Oh, they had Venom there.
No,
no,
well,
they didn't.
no.
But like Topher Grace was in the third
Okay,
one.
I was like, they put Venom in.
No, that's why it would have made it better.
But,
I
you know,
would've been there for
Venom
it.
2 came out, so, you know,
I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was very campy but good.
I haven't seen it either.
I mean, I haven't seen Venom 1.
I haven't seen
Venom 1 was actually really good. Well, I liked it a lot. Number 2 I heard was like watching a 90s movie.
Which, you know, you can never go wrong.
I mean, it depends on what 90 movie we're talking about.
Just
Not-
Space Jam.
I'm in.
An action 90s movie.
Space Jam.
Which action?
I
90s
don't
movie?
know.
The
They
Space
only
Jam.
described it
I'm
that
in.
way.
Yes. Come on.
Fuck up.
You're like, no, a 90s movie. Space Jam. An action 90s movie. Space Jam, yes, I know. We got over this. Come
Good to
on.
know.
I hate him so
Yeah, I think that's all we can really go over without really spoiling
Yeah, I
the
don't
whole
wanna put it
movie.
too much.
Okay, well, what would you give the rating of it? Ooh.
Oh, I enjoyed
Out of
it
10.
a lot. I mean, so, like, it's not going to win... Well, I don't know, technically. But I don't think it's going to win, like, an Oscar or
Let's
anything.
give it a Gazelle Hospital scoring.
Okay.
You know, it was, like, very enjoyable if you've seen the other ones. I'm giving it a Gazelle 9.
I'm giving it 8 gazettes out of 10.
I like Quinn's answer better.
What?
So we'll go with an 8.5 total.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Pretty good. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
It's very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Once I see it, I'll drag down that score because I don't give high scores
Bring it
often.
1 gazette out of 100.
Damn. Get wrecked.
We all know how hard it is to please me with scoring.
Must be, like, really hard being you.
You know, speaking of scoring things, I know I'm a master of segues. I ride one every day.
Vroom, vroom.
You guys want to score some video games based on their genres? Like,
Ooh.
you know, what you think is the best to, like, you know, maybe top 3 for each genre, maybe?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
You want to do... you talking all time? You talking for 2021? What you talking?
2021 didn't have a lot of games.
2021 sucked for games.
Now, it had some really good games, but it didn't have a lot of them.
Okay.
Especially
It
not
had some
like
good games, and then it had some real
genres.
shit games that were
Well,
fucking high
we
profile.
can go all the way back to our whole extensive history of playing video games.
I remember when I first played a video game. Quick, what was the first video game you remember ever playing?
Remember ever playing Super Mario Bros. Super Mario World.
That was close for me too. I think
What do you
one,
got?
the only thing I can go by. Actually, this is gonna really date me. There, Blockbuster used to do this like Identikid thing.
Love
So
Blockbuster.
I had like this video, and basically on there it said that my first game was Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Mine was Pokemon Stadium.
That was your first game?
Yes.
Fucking child over
Yeah,
here.
little baby. What a baby!
I mean,
Wah.
my first console was Nintendo 64.
Wah!
And I only could watch them over their shoulders for years.
Wah!
And then after that, I actually played Legend of Zelda.
It's a really good game.
That was a good game.
It was actually the first time I ever 100%ed too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a
So
big
let's
one.
see. You know what? Can I get like a random generator of
Ooh, like a game genre generator?
game genre generator?
You
While
looking
he
it up?
does
You want me to-
that,
Okay. What
Yeah,
are you talking about?
I want to just talk real quick. I recently found out the name of the game
It's
me
got
and
a
Quinn used to
combo, too.
play
Anyways, go ahead.
a long time ago on PS1 that we really enjoyed. It was a Star Wars game that wasn't a Battlefront game. It was
PS1?
yeah.
PS1
It was called Star Wars Jedi
Power Battles.
Power Battles.
Oh, is that where you're... Oh, no, I'm thinking Jedi Knights Academy. What's Power Battles?
It's a how would you describe
It's kind of
it?
like an arcade style game where you get to pick like one of 10 different characters, and you're going through.
Mace Windu was one of them.
Yeah, you're going through.
Oh, man.
You're going through episode 1 of Star Wars
Okay.
as whatever character you pick. So you start off in the spaceship as the first level, and then you're like going through and you're collecting score. You're collecting score and just killing things, trying to get to the end of the level. As you collect more score, you level up. And if you die, you have to use continue eventually. And if you use 3 continues, you have to start from the beginning of the game again.
I'm looking at it now. I did play this.
It's a really good game.
It was a really good
We
game.
never beat it.
We never got past the second level.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you guys... You know, we'll have to make this a challenge someday. We'll have to go back. You guys have any other games that were, like, impossible as a kid?
So there's this one game. I don't think I've ever beaten it either. But there's this one game, like really old school, maybe Nintendo 64 or PS1, one of those two. And I don't remember what it was called. I don't remember a lot about it. But I remember that I really liked it. And I remember that it was a platforming type game where you, at one point, there's like a beach level, and you were jumping on hippos that were like sunbathing, and it would launch you in the air, and you'd have to keep...
I was thinking Lion King.
It wasn't
too.
Lion King. It wasn't Lion King. But it was like... You would jump on them, and you would go to the next one, because it's like through water, and you just keep going over to the things, and there'd be like a teleport, and you'd be in like this dark area. I don't know what game that is.
I mean, I have a few thoughts. One reminds me of Gexen.
It's not Gex.
Or Gex, yeah.
It's not Gex. It was like completely different IP that I can't even think of.
One game we didn't beat also was Hexen.
Hexen, we never did beat Hexen.
What's Hexen?
Hexen is like a Doom game, but like magic and like swords and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or bows, yeah. Way better. I'd say it's better than Doom.
There was
It was
Wow.
so good.
It was really good. There was like one area where there's just a gap between you and the next area, and you're just looking at it, and it took us forever to figure out there's a hidden, like, an invisible fucking bridge.
Yeah, and like it wasn't like you get more weapons. You upgrade your weapon.
Mhm.
You pick a mage. Your mage. You get like an amulet that you shoot out of.
The problem was, I believe that one was also an arcade style game where you had lives.
Yes,
and
it
if you
was
failed,
also-
you started over again.
And it was also like we could never beat it, but we did figure out cheat codes. We had
Okay.
God mode, just flying all over the place. It's
Still didn't beat it.
Such a good game.
Couldn't figure out what we had to do.
Hexen, top tier. Okay, I did find the generator. It's gonna generate 2 for some reason.
Okay.
Like a cross thing, but we're not gonna have to worry about that too much. Just ignore it. So like this is like 4 kind of because it's puzzle platformer X survival horror. So we're just gonna say puzzle games.
Okay. That's gonna be tough.
It is gonna be tough.
I
will
hate
say
puzzle games.
I will say right off the bat, Evil Milo, first game that comes to mind. It's this game where you control 2 little creatures and they're supposed to get them to meet each other.
Okay.
And you're supposed to like rotate platforms and stuff in order to make them move towards each other. Really good game. That was like Xbox 360 era.
I'm trying to think. Like the first puzzle game that came to my mind. This is so random. It's the Pokemon Puzzle Battles, which is really just like Tetris, or I guess maybe closer to Dr. Mario.
I never really enjoyed Tetris that much.
The only puzzle game I ever played was even a video game. It was like the old school ones where you have like the slides. No, it's just the slides.
Oh,
and there's one spot that's empty.
I hate those things.
And you have to put it in order or make an image.
Those
were the only ones I was good at and the only ones I enjoyed.
Those are my least favorite things. I was also thinking Lode Runner 64.
Oh, I haven't played. I'm like looking
Terrifying.
at like puzzle games to like see if I've played any of them.
It's like a game where you have to run around this weird cube in order to collect like coins, and once you collect all the coins, you beat the level. But like if you took too long, death would start going through the cube to catch up to you, and it was a terrifying game when you were a kid. But it was a lot of fun. We played it a lot.
played
You know
Catherine.
how scared it was.
Huh?
I played Catherine.
I did play
Catherine's
Catherine.
good.
Oh, I love Catherine.
Only puzzle game that comes to mind right now for me.
Okay.
And I didn't even enjoy it.
Okay. I played the first Professor Layton.
Oh, I love Professor Layton.
Phoenix
Wright also, I guess we could call
I never
it a puzzle
played.
game.
Yeah, I guess that one is because it's like a
Yeah.
logical step sort of game. Which, I do love Phoenix Wright.
Professor Layton and the Curious Village. No, Professor Layton and the Mystery Mask. That's my favorite
I have the
game.
Curious Village on my phone. I haven't played the Mystery Mask.
It's the first 3DS one.
Okay.
And that's my favorite Professor Layton game, is Professor Layton and the Mystery Mask.
I'm gonna put Phoenix Wright. Specifically, I liked the second Phoenix Wright game, which is
I think it's like Pride.
Justice for All.
Oh, it is Justice for All, yeah.
Just because there was like one, so like at that point in Phoenix Wright's career, he's been like perfect. He's never lost a case, and then he's actually defending someone who he knows is guilty, which he found out later, obviously. Yeah. And now it's like trying to find the balance of like you're not like just throwing. I mean, like you need to prove your client's guilty now, and it was like it threw the whole formula.
It was really
underneath.
good. Yeah.
I
Also, Maya was kidnapped, so.
Yes, and then there was like an assassin robot guy.
It also had two different endings because of that.
Because of that, yeah, I really liked that one, and
Good one. I like the third one though. I like Godot. He's
Godot
one of my
is
favorite
cool.
characters.
Yeah,
His song is incredible. The fragrance of dark coffee, Trey. You know that.
Yeah, Trey,
Beautiful.
you played that game so many times.
So many times. I like lawyer games.
So the other one.
I have a soul.
Well, so you should know that this is not a real law. It's like a combination of the American judicial system and the Japanese judicial system.
With a lot of random bullshit thrown in.
Yeah, because like you would never be able to just throw out new pieces of evidence. in the middle of
because
a
that
thing.
would be extremely wrong and against the rules of court.
Yeah, but like that's the entire premise of the Phoenix Wright games.
I'm going to withhold this information till the last second and throw it
that's how the
at
prosecution
them.
does
That's
it.
exactly how the prosecution does it.
It's
It's
like,
like,
I'm losing. How about this?
yeah, they love to just set you up for failure. And you're like, they basically are like, you're the biggest idiot. You fell right into my trap.
And then in America, it would be like, excuse me, that evidence was not brought up for cross-examination.
Yeah.
Can we have that thrown out in court, please?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, those are puzzle games. So the other one is survival horror. We'll scratch off survival horror games.
Well, I mean, I
already
haven't
got
played a
one.
ton.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
you
you got one, I'm
You've
sure.
got plenty.
I guess. Resident Evil 4, in particular.
Obviously, really fucking good
The
game.
first Outlast game.
Top tier. That's also really good. But that also started that's not even the one that started it. Amnesia's the one that started the style of game where
Amnesia was really good too.
you gotta run around the room to get a thing to put it somewhere else, and you gotta keep hiding so that you can keep going through. It started that kind of game style, which got old after a little bit, but that got old after Outlast came out. And then I think Outlast 2 did something new.
I liked the
to mix
Outlast
it up.
formula because it had you wandering around with a camera, and you needed to collect batteries to keep the night vision active.
Right, and then Amnesia's was like, you're going crazy if you don't have a light active, so you need oil. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, Outlast was still one of the good games in that generation of horror that we had for a nice long time.
Okay, I got another one that I played. It's Quinn's favorite game of all time.
Phasmophobia?
No.
Oh.
Doki Doki Literature Club. I love that game.
Technically, yes.
Yeah,
Psychological horror.
Yeah.
You
That is
know,
a really good game.
I love getting mentally fucked up.
I would put that as my number 2. But
You
of
are
course,
mentally fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, it fucks you up even more the more you play it.
Yeah.
Or if you
Yeah,
have
I
a
would put
phobia
that
of certain
one.
things.
I would put that one as my number 2, but I put Phasmophobia as my number 1. Fucking love Phasmophobia. Such a good game.
It's
Multiplayer,
good.
I like it a lot.
I know. Trust me. I've seen how many hours you put into it. And even by yourself, you just play it, which is amazing because it's supposed to be
Fun.
multiplayer. But
I mean, it's both.
yeah. There's a game actually I haven't played, but I think it's interesting. I think it's very fascinating, especially for its time. It is called Lifeline. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a PS2 game, but it uses voice commands.
Ooh.
So
So it doesn't work.
PS2 era, yeah.
I mean, I've always wanted to play it. It looks fascinating, but you have to be like there's these weird like horror things coming after you. But the premise of the game is that like you're like kind of watching, I think, from like a camera or something like that, and you're helping this girl get out. Oh no, you're not even watching from a camera. You're just kind of there, but she has the gun, so you're like, and she won't do anything
Just like
until
the
you tell her what to
existence
do.
above her going,
Yeah, so you have to be
you
like,
must go here, child.
no, but you have to be like, shoot, dodge, you defend, reload. Like, you have to just literally yell these things out in, like, a panic. But you also have to be like, shoot the head if
And
it's
she's
like
just
a
like,
thing.
No.
No, she's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Ashley.
You see that disgusting monster coming at you? Yeah, use that fucking gun you got.
You know, she even does kind of look like Ashley now that you mention it. She has, like, blonde.
That's funny. All I can imagine is the
Voice
voice,
kind of like this.
the voice recognition
Still kinda-
of
like maybe a little bit.
I mean,
the voice recognition of Hey You Pikachu.
yeah. I mean, people loved Hey You Pikachu.
I mean,
Those people were insane.
I liked watching TV on Hey You Pikachu.
That was the only one bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go away, Pikachu. Go do something else. I'm
Try to watch
watching
TV.
Pikachu, come on.
Come on, bro. I'm playing a game to watch TV.
I've just always wanted to play it, and it's fascinating.
Chansey's
Whatever
fucking
it
weather program, bro.
Alright, so, RPGs.
Oh, okay. There's so many.
There are a shit ton of RPGs.
I can't decide between two.
What are the two?
One's Dark Souls, obviously. The other is Dragon's Dogma.
Mm. Wow. All right. You can. I mean, aren't you doing like 3?
Yeah.
Okay, a third then. The newest God of War.
God, that is really hard though. Like there's so many good RPGs out there. So limit to which one is the best one. What's the definitive best RPG?
So no, this is
I don't
not
know.
definitive best. This
This is our personal.
Yeah,
definitive
exactly.
Best. Yeah,
Not our personal
Dragon's
definitive.
Dogma. Dragon's fucking Dogma.
I know you love that
I
game.
fucking love that game. And it's so good. Dark Souls is okay. I mean, not okay. It's really
It's
good.
okay.
It's really good.
If you're Alex, it's okay.
If you're Alex,
It's okay.
I really like Dark Souls, but I like Dragon's Dogma way more. Final Fantasy 14. Obviously, I'm so addicted to that game at this point.
I consider that an MMORPG, so I know you count.
So you're not going to count it for RPGs? Okay. No, I can do that.
That's a completely different genre.
Here, I got some on the top of my head.
What just beeped?
Nothing deep.
I didn't hear anything beep.
I swear I just heard a beep. Anyways,
You're insane.
So, and I don't even know if this game holds up to the test of time, but I just remember I played a shit ton of Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2, but I'm counting that as like one.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I also, the Kingdom Hearts series in general.
There's so many.
And you're putting you're making Quinn have a hard time.
Well, okay,
there.
I'm gonna put Dragon's Dogma as my number 1 because such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Tales of Vesperia, number 2.
Ooh, okay.
That's such a good game. But like, What would I put for 3? Would I put Kingdom Hearts 2? Or would I put something else? Which I had one, and then you said Kingdom Hearts 2, and I lost it. You said Kingdom Hearts series, and I lost it.
Yeah, I don't know what you put instead. There's just so many good choices. For me, I'm kind of between, like... there was this game, and it's not even the best of its series. I just haven't played the original. The original Secret of Mana, but the game I played a ton of was Sword of Mana, because it was the Game Boy version.
They did redo the remaster of it recently.
Yeah, I know, and I wanted to do it. I loved Sword of Mana a lot.
Because it's 3 characters, so each one person can take control of each character. So it's 3 players. It's 3 players, but it's like also like you have to stick around close together kind of thing. I don't know. I never really played the Mana games, but they always seemed off. They always seemed off to me because you have to like wait for the 100% charge to do a real attack.
Another good RPG was Gauntlet: Dark Legacies.
Oh, that's Savannah's favorite game.
It's a really good game.
That was a really good arcade game.
I'm gonna put Kingdom Hearts 2 as 3.
Arcade RPG.
See, and then I'm between that and then like Tales of Symphonia, because I put a lot of hours on Tales of Symphonia too. TOO, not
the second one. The second one was a little okay.
Yeah.
Controversial statement. I'm not a fan of the Tales games.
I don't think that's controversial. I think if anything, they're pretty niche. You know,
JRPGs, like they're.
I like RPGs. I just can't get into JRPGs.
JRPGs, yeah.
I mean, I think typically the storytelling in JRPGs is more my aesthetic, so that's kind of what I like. But except I put KOTOR as my number 1, so maybe not. I just like games where your decisions matter.
Yeah. Oh, Mass Effect.
Oh, fuck.
Original Mass Effect.
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2 is the best. For
Mass
sure.
Effect 2 is definitely the best.
I never really got to finish that one.
That one.
Just the whole concept of like literally anything you do, even just like taking the time to talk to your allies and then like upgrading things and
Too much time on that's too much time on good.
They all matter
they're
for
gonna
your game.
I know. Then why would I talk to them? They're just gonna die.
I mean, then they won't die if you talk to them.
That requires time commitment.
That's true. I put so much time into Mass Effect.
There's so many good RPGs.
I definitely would have to put that over.
I think I just now realized that when it comes to games, if there's a large time commitment to it, I have an issue with it.
Really?
That's probably why I didn't like. I don't like fucking XCOM because your time is very.
You don't like time constraints.
Yes, I don't like time constraints. I hate time constraints.
I just it sounds to me like you have commitment issues.
And then when I have to commit 13 hours, like if it's EVE Online, here's the 13 hours for your tutorial. Yeah, I don't got that kind of day.
Okay. So next up, first-person shooters.
Okay.
They're overdone. We can say that, but they're not bad. We all have some ones that we have fond memories of.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty Modern Warfare was a good one.
The original Battlefronts.
We all played it all the time.
The original Battlefronts are still top tier.
The Star Wars Battlefronts, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2, number 1. That's not even a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it is.
That's a third-person shooter.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a third-person shooter.
The first one was both.
The Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 are third-person shooters.
No, I thought there was first person as well.
No.
I thought there was an option you could go first person. Whatever.
I'm not quite sure on that.
I thought there was.
I know if you snipe, you're technically in first person, but...
and that's all I did, so I guess I was first person.
I thought there was, it depends on like what you're playing as.
Maybe.
I thought there was a first person thing.
But yeah, those are like that. You guys remember Bulletstorm?
that was gonna be on my list. I loved Bulletstorm.
Such a good game. Such an underrated game.
Was it the one that came out before Gears of War?
It came
with
demo.
the demo for Gears of War.
Yeah, it was
Two?
sold based off
Or
that.
just
Three.
It was sold based off that.
Yeah.
Which was the most. That was so funny, and it was a good game.
It was such a good
game. I loved it.
It actually has a reference from there that I still use.
Drop your socks and grab your cocks.
No, drop your cocks and grab your socks, Quinn. You did it backwards.
Whatever.
No, you're not. It's not Alex's bike dance. You don't drop your socks and grab those cocks.
Can you not stick your tongue out when you do that?
Oh god.
Yeah, Bulletstorm is such a good game because like I love the whip mechanic where you're pulling them, they slow down in the air. You can throw them off a cliff, or you can throw them into a grinder, shit like that. And I mean, everyone like made fun of it for its cheesy lines and its over the top voice vomit, word vomit. But like, I thought it was alright.
I thought, if anything, because it was like an arcade style game too, it really kind of added to it.
Yeah, and like the multiplayer where you were just like, it was basically horde mode, but you were going for like top score based on how you killed things.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's just a fun game.
It was a really good game. I had another answer to that, and now I kind of forgetting it because I'm thinking about Bulletstorm. And, there was, I mean, obviously, Modern Warfare is definitely on my list too, just because there were some iconic levels in that original Modern Warfare game.
Yeah.
But there was one more I had that I was thinking of, and I am blanking. Did you guys have any other ones before?
We had the Battlefronts, right? There's got to be something else that I can't think of right now.
1942.
Well, I guess we can call like Doom.
Battlefield 1942.
That was also a really good one, where you like fly planes, throw fucking C4 on top of your World War II car and drive it right into the enemy base, jump out, blow it up. Oh my god.
It's fun it's a fond memory to me because we did that when we were in school.
Yeah.
We played that in
Halo?
high school. Halo, yeah.
Halo games are really good. Halo 3 specifically was top tier FPS games.
It was good. I think it had one of the best multiplayer ones.
Because it had the Forge.
Yeah.
And everyone made their own game modes in it.
And it's just endless fun.
That, and then I really liked ODST.
ODST. I love ODST. Reach was also really good. Reach also had the mode to create, so that also lasted a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I like ODST story the most. It
also
had the best music.
I was thinking ODST story, but I don't know. Halo 2 had some pretty good
Reach
music.
had a really good story too.
Reach had a great story.
But I think ODST is
everything after Reach.
Yeah,
it's not as good.
Yeah.
Not as good.
I like the customization of Reach.
Maybe I was
and
thinking of
ODST.
Halo.
Actually, was it ODST that had the more customization for the
No,
helmet?
Reach had way more customization. But ODST.
I just like the ending of
Straight
ODST. Like, it was a surprising mission,
Yeah.
And I thought that was really different at the time, especially.
Yeah.
So I was here for it.
That was a good game. I want to play it again. Anyway.
I always want to play ODST again.
Mm-hmm. Black Ops 2 was pretty good too. Had a good story.
Yeah, but I think Modern Warfare was better.
I think so too. But that was the one with like the numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Oh, that was the first Black Ops.
Was that the first Black Ops?
Yeah.
I thought that was 2. Okay, I like Black Ops 1 story better then. But then Black Ops 1 had zombies.
I like the Call of Duty one where it was,
All the Black Ops had zombies.
But the best
The best zombies.
What was the one where it was the World War? Was it just
World at War?
World at War.
That one
the
was
one
my
right
favorite.
after Modern Warfare?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
That was a really good one too. That one's the one that started zombies.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite
That
one.
was
Not
the-
because of the zombies, but because I like FPS games that use the old school guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the one we played with Dad a lot too. I don't like that these new FPS games or any new games in general really. They're like shifting completely away from local co-op. Like why? Why remove the chance to play together in the same room? Because they just want to focus on online multiplayer.
I know. We experienced that with my sister got Back for Blood on the PS4, and I was like, cool, I'm ready. I'm down to try it. And couldn't do multiplayer.
It's so stupid.
You have to have it on your computer.
Left 4 Dead had
You could do cross-platform, thankfully.
local multiplayer. Left 4 Dead, 2 people, 1 console. I mean,
And they could both still go online.
yeah, it baffles me why they think that that's not needed anymore.
I heard, at least at one point, I don't know if this is still the case, but like it is like a lot to add on because it's like it takes a lot out of like your console and stuff to basically have 2 separate screens.
Yes, it takes a lot out of the new consoles that run at high end, whereas those old consoles, man, I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, who knows?
But they
What
also
it sounds
weren't
like
supporting.
is they don't want to do the development work for it
Modern
because they
Warfare
don't see the money.
had the multiplayer and the local.
Well, all it sounds like is they don't want to put the development work into it because they see it as a waste of money.
Well,
And
it's
then
also
you're
like
okay.
the graphics since back then have gotten substantially better too. Not, I mean, in your argument for like Modern Warfare, I'd say they're not much different these days.
Yeah.
But
So
I don't
it's kind of I don't know.
even for Left 4 Dead too, I wouldn't say they're like substantially much better. Like, but I don't know exactly because at the same time, file sizes are much bigger too. So.
Well, that's because of terrible programming. There's no reason.
Optimizing, yes.
Terrible optimization. There's no reason for the newest Call of Duty games to be 100 gigabyte downloads. No reason at all.
It's wild.
They update it, and it's like, here's another.
It's like
20
it's like
gigabytes.
how Final Fantasy 14, the original, they probably have like 5,000 polygons in one fucking pot of plant.
Oh yeah, they overdid it. But that pot though.
That pot was beautiful. Next up, it says combat. I'm gonna guess that means like fighting games.
Oh, Trey's specialty.
Yeah. Marvel's Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3. It's top tier. That's all I need to say.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat 11, I think. The one where it had the alien from Alien vs Predator.
I don't know.
I don't remember which one that was. I know I just played that one a lot with some friends because I always spammed Alien because it was a cheap motherfucker.
Actually, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is coming to the PC.
I
It is.
hate that game
I like it.
because I got my ass stomped every time.
Yeah, we're all gonna download it on Steam and play together. So.
Oh
ready.
yeah, we. I didn't know we're French now, Quinn. This is we.
Oh, wee.
I really like. There's this game that like I don't think anyone's ever fucking played except for me, but it was Bloody Roar Primal Fury, and one of my favorite games ever. It's a fighting game where like you're regular people, you're fighting each other, but then you also transform into animals. And this is one of the most iconic games. You know, like when you're fighting a final boss and like you unlock them and they suck. Same fucking thing. Because one of the I think the first final boss, and like once you beat the game with everyone, there's like a new final boss. But the original first person you unlock is like this guy who turns into an emperor penguin, and he's fucking insane. He slides all over the map, and then you get him, and he's like, "Wah, my penguin," and he waddles everywhere, and you're like, "This is so bad."
You know what?
Actually, I'm gonna put one more game above Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3. Smash Bros.
Oh yeah.
Come on, guys.
I mean, come on.
Smash Bros.
You're forgetting about the Godzilla game.
I love that Godzilla game.
There was a Godzilla fighter game where you could play as all the monsters.
I played that game actually.
Yeah, on the
It was-
GameCube. Oh my god.
It was really
I think it's like Battle of Monsters or something.
Bloody
like
Roar
that.
Primal Fury was also on the GameCube. One of the best games of all time.
It was
Yeah,
a
that Godzilla game was-
surprisingly
It had a nice story.
good
It had a nice
Godzilla.
story mode too.
Yeah, that was a weird game. It was kind of out of left field.
And
Wasn't
we
it?
always played it all the time. We always beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah.
what you do in fighting games. But yeah, like
Well, not even
we
fighting
played all
games.
the
It could
time.
be a co-op arcade game called Rampage, and you would still beat the shit out of me anyways, you piece of
Some
shit.
people need to get taught a lesson, and it's not the people in the buildings. It's you.
Would fucking beat me up, and when your character
And you know
transforms
what?
back
Yeah,
to human,
when
he
you die,
will eat you.
I'll eat you. Yeah, that's how it goes.
I played Rampage, guys. I know. Played a lot of Rampage.
So did we, and then we never played again after
Remember when
that.
they tried to reboot it
Yeah.
And
and
it
it
failed.
wasn't that great?
Yeah, it was the Wii one, right?
Yeah.
I played a lot of it. Yeah, I wanted to like it more than I did. Because it had like a story mode and stuff too. And it was just like, hey, I know we're Rampage and we need to show everyone that we're not crazy. And then people will be like, there are these monsters. And we're like,
Oh,
okay,
God.
well,
All right, time to rampage.
they're going to call us monsters. We might as well just destroy this town.
I'm like, well, alright, that's it. I tried. I transformed, and they called me a monster. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's done.
And
It's
they're like,
done.
okay, guys, the next town, we definitely need to show them that we're peaceful. And they're like, oh, these crazy monsters are here.
All right, time to kill him.
Alright.
Alright, no hope.
Yeah, that's basically
They
it.
said the M word.
And then they're like, okay, fine, we'll leave. We'll just leave Earth. We'll go to space. They're going to space! Go get those monsters!
Oh, they said the M word
Yeah,
again.
I'm ready to transform on the moon. They had buildings there, too. It was really weird.
Yeah. That was a good game though.
And then I also really like Soul Calibur. I know you want me to say 2.
Is 2 is the best one.
4 was really
No,
good, too.
You can stop there. 2 is the best
4
one.
was so good. Actually,
with Darth
wait.
Vader and Yoda, right?
Yes, but actually, now that you're bringing it up, 3 had the best story mode. I'll stand by that.
I mean, 2 is the best.
I don't think he said 3 though.
I did.
No, you're like, now that you bring it up, 3.
Now that you bring it up.
Yeah, 2's
3.
the best one. 2's the
You
best
know what
one, hands
surprised me actually for a fighting game? Mortal Kombat, the one where you could move around and it was like the RPG.
down. Oh, I
love that one.
I don't even remember which one that
I don't know what
was.
it
I was
was
just like, that one was also kind of a fighting game that came out of left field where they innovated and it was like, oh, this is so
Yeah.
cool.
It was
and
like-
then they're like, what? Then they're like, yeah, no, that sucked. Fuck that. And they never did it
I
again.
really liked it.
Yeah.
There was another one that was like a side scroller where you play as
I've seen that one.
Raiden and Liu Kang.
But-
Also really good.
It's not as good as the other one.
I remember the other one. It was
I
really
don't
fun.
remember which one that
I'm
was.
pretty sure I was on the GameCube as well.
There's a lot of good GameCube games.
I mean, yeah, GameCube, underrated console. Everyone's like, ugh, it's got a handle. It's like, yeah, who cares? It's a GameCube. It's Nintendo. It's fun. Play it.
Yeah.
Pikmin. Speaking of Pikmin, strategy games.
Okay, well, Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
I'm gonna put the Game Boy Advance one.
I'm gonna say Awakening. You're gonna say which Game Boy Advance one?
The one with Lyn. Not Sacred Swords. It's like Blazing Sword, but that might be the Roy one.
Okay.
Blood.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Final Fantasy Tactics is
Oh
a really
yeah,
good one.
that's a good one.
Pikmin, obviously, top tier strategy game.
Next one. Let's kind of do a rapid fire.
Okay, XCOM.
No, I mean,
Well, we're not even done with strategy.
I know, but I want to do a rapid fire. All right, fine,
Well, let's
whatever.
finish strategy, then we can rapid fire the next one, sir.
Okay, calm down. Jesus. I don't know. I don't play strategy games. I play the closest.
Age of Mythology.
I was about to say Age of Mythology, but that's an RTS game.
That's still
Strategy.
strategy. RT strategy.
Real time.
Yes, and we're just saying turn-based strategy.
All right.
You know what's
Fine.
also
Age
real-time
of
strategy? Pikmin.
You already said
I know, but I'm telling you that it's all strategy.
Anyway,
All right, let's give Trey what he wants, everybody.
Rapid fire. Rapid fire.
Rapid
let's
fire.
do one
everyone-
each for rapid fire genres.
Everyone, get ready to rapid fire. One each. Adventure games, go.
I don't know why Quest 64 popped up.
Is that your answer?
It's rapid fire.
Adventure. Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Star Fox Adventures.
Such a good game. I wish that was my answer.
You can't just leave Quest 64.
Oh, okay. You said rapid fire, so I was just like,
That's
go,
an
go, give us
RPG,
one
and
more.
it's not even a good one.
Just give us one.
okay. Link to the past.
All right, cool. That's a good one too. All right, we got one more. Simulation games.
Simulation games.
The Sims 2, or no, The Sims Herbs in the City on the GameCube. Specifically.
Okay. The Sims Herbs in the City on the Game Boy Advance, because that was way better. Game Boy Advance.
Are you really?
Oh my god, it's such a good game. I can talk about that game for hours.
That game is
All right, fine. Goat Simulator.
Remember The Sims on the GameCube?
Yes, I
The
do.
Herbs in the City?
Yes, I
We
do.
could
That was
make
really
a character
good.
and play together? Oh my god.
Herbs on the Game Boy Advance was the greatest game.
Yeah,
of all
Herbs on the
time.
DS.
They did like 2 or 3 good Sims games in a row from then, and then they just did their own garbage if you ask me after that, but yeah.
Herbs is kind of a weird concept too. It was like, hey, I know we took out you going to the city. It was this. Oh no, it was Sims 2. It was literally just like, hey, it's like a separate game where you can leave the house. We encourage it. Here's all these different.
Go to the city, go become friends, go to clubs, do this, do that.
Will.i.am was there randomly. It was.
My favorite part about Herbs, the Game Boy Advance one, is it moved right into the DS one afterwards, and it, like literally was a sequel because the
Wait.
character crashes the rocket in the Game Boy Advance one, and that goes straight to the DS one.
Wait.
And you start playing it from there.
There's a sequel.
Yeah,
Oh, guys,
the sequel's the one I played.
Oh,
that's
wait.
why I said DS.
have you not played the original?
I never
one?
played the original.
Oh my
one.
god.
When do you remember the time we were playing Herbs, and I got into the club, and for some reason you could
Yeah,
not?
so I just have to sit in the elevator while you're out there doing whatever the hell you want.
This happened to me and my sister when we played the Herbs on the GameCube too. She's like, well, I can talk to the bouncer, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. While I was doing that, Quinn was making friends with ferrets.
That sounds like Quinn.
I fucking love that game. I wish they made more Herbs, more Sims game like that. But yeah, that's all the genres that one had for me. So yeah, we can talk about
Our future games for
talk about the future.
Yeah, so we're coming to an end of 2021. This might already be 2022 by the time you listen to this.
Hopefully I'll have it out by then. But yeah.
Yeah, but we each came up with a list of 5 games we're excited about for 2022.
I'm totally not pulling up a list right now.
Yeah, we all definitely came up with it beforehand and not during the podcast.
Yeah.
And nobody here is looking at their phones while we're doing this. Anyways, do we want to do it like one at a time like we did for this?
Yeah, we can do starting from 5.
The lowest?
Lowest, yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
And there's some really good games coming out in 2022. I just want everyone to know that.
Okay, so my number 5, I didn't actually put mine in order. I just found 5 games. But if I'm looking at it now, Evil Dead, the game. I'm excited about it. It looks like another asymmetrical horror game, but it looks like
The only type of horror game Alex can play.
yeah, it's not scary for me. But it looks really fun, like from everything I'm seeing, and obviously Ash is in Dead by Daylight too. So
Yep.
I'm excited to see how they do it.
God, I'll go next, and I just had.
I'll say Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay,
Oh, that
never
was gonna
mind.
be on my list.
That's my number 4 actually.
That was gonna be my number 3.
You can still say that.
Well, I mean, it's my number 4. I'm
Okay.
telling you right now. Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Extraction.
Mm-hmm.
That's my number 5. It's my number 5 because I love Tom Clancy Rainbow Six games. I like all Tom Clancy games, but Rainbow Six Siege, not my cup of tea. I just hope Extraction goes back to like old school Rainbow Six games.
I think Extraction was supposed to be a zombie game.
And we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna stay hopeful.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
like
stay
Siege,
hopeful.
but it's like a game where I only want to play with friends, and you guys didn't want to play it.
I didn't like it.
So-
I was
enjoy
in the technical test for Siege.
I did play Siege. For a
I
long
played
time.
it before everyone else did, and I was like,
This sucks.
yeah. Okay, and then my number 4 is Hogwarts Legacy. I'm really looking forward to a Harry Potter game where we can play as our own characters.
Literally been. I thought it was gonna come out this year, and I was hoping it did. But yeah, I've been excited for it for a while.
My next one was actually going to be fuck. What was it called? I was just thinking it. Oh, Lost Ark.
Oh, what's that?
It's an MMO. It's the top-down MMO. I posted a video of it on our channel.
In our Discord, you mean?
Nope.
No.
YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on our YouTube channel. When I was in the closed beta with TJ, me and him both enjoyed it.
Oh, I did watch that. I didn't realize what the game was called.
Yeah.
But
It's right on top of the video.
What's your number 4?
my number 4 was actually going to be. It's a game that's already out, but I haven't played it because it's only on the PS4 right now. But it's going to come to the Switch next year. It's 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Did you guys ever hear about that one?
Nope.
It looked interesting. It looked like a strategy RPG sort of game. I think it's from. It is from Atlas too.
I like Atlas games.
But it was just on the PS4. I didn't really want to play it because it's not my PS4. It's my sister's PS4. So I didn't want to buy it. So I figured I'd wait until later. And now it's coming to the Switch. So that'd be my time to play it. And I've been excited for it for a while.
All right. So number 3, I'm gonna have to say Mario and Rabbids, the new one.
Interesting.
The
I know
first
you
one-
love the first one.
The first one was incredible.
He stole my 3.
That was your
That was
three?
your
That was my 3 as well.
See, it's just a
Now I don't have to
high
look at my
profile
phone
game.
anymore. I mean, well,
You guys just gonna have the same list the rest of the time?
Well, we'll see about
no,
that.
we'll see about that.
My 3 was Hogwarts Legacy.
Nice.
'Cause I've been wanting to play that. So.
Yeah.
The last Hogwarts game I played was the one with on the PC or the PlayStation 1 was the original port of it.
Which one?
The one where
Goblet, not Goblet.
Sorcerer's Stone?
the one
Sorcerer's
after-
Stone.
Was it the one after the Sorcerer's Stone?
no, it was the Sorcerer's
Summer
Stone.
Secrets?
Chamber of Secrets.
Oh no, it was
I think that's the last one we played.
no, yeah, it was the Sorcerer's Stone, the old one.
Those ones, well, those are both on the
Super
PS1.
blocky.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it.
It's really fun.
All I can remember is fucking Malfoy. You'll pay for this,
I
Potter.
don't think you ever did that in the game.
You didn't do Malfoy?
Yeah.
There's some mods for it, though.
Oh, okay. I'll have to
Some
download.
bad thing.
I'll have to download those next time.
By the way, none of Quinn's friends said anything.
Yeah, we're good. We're clear on that one. So number 2 for me, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. I'm still like I've never really gotten back into Breath of the Wild. Like it's just a weird game for me. Like I don't know. I needed more direction. Like I feel
This is why he doesn't play Dark Souls either.
Oh, it's true.
What's your number 2, Alex?
Rune Factory 5.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
I played so much Rune Factory 4.
I have it on the Switch. I've been playing it. It's a lot of fun. It's,
Yeah.
But I'm expecting a lot more from 5 too. So.
Trey?
Number 2, God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's number 2. If anything, I thought that would be your
one
number.
more
There's one
game.
more that's gonna be my number 1
Yeah,
as well.
this is rough.
Let's hear it.
It's Elden Ring.
Same thing. Elden Ring is what we're both looking forward to coming out.
It's not even on my top 5.
Well, you don't play Souls games,
Yeah.
so no one is surprised.
I was looking forward to Sea of Stars, which is a Chrono Trigger inspired game. It was on Kickstarter for a while.
Alex is always into that Kickstarter
Love
shit.
me some Kickstarter. I didn't kickstart this one. I told myself not to, but it looks so good. I wish I kickstarted it.
We'll give some special mentions because there's so many on here that I was like, man, I can't say more than this. So Pokemon Legends Arceus.
I'm just so confused about what the game's going to be.
It's gonna be Breath. People are speculating Breath of the Wild Pokemon. And if you're not super into Breath of the Wild, you're probably not gonna like this one.
Right. So I'm hesitant.
Another one, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. The new Borderlands game.
I thought that already came out.
That was a DLC thing.
But this is, the DLC thing came a long time ago, but this one's a full game based off that DLC.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it looks so good.
I still haven't even fucking played
I got one.
Borderlands 3.
I'm not even like looking forward to the game. It's just an honorable mention because I want to see how much of a shit show it's going to be, and that's Dying Light 2.
Oh.
I love Dying Light 1.
Yeah,
so
but they've fucked up production so much, overpromised everything and overhyped. It smells like trouble, so I can't wait for the shit show.
We'll see what happens. You never know. And then one more for me.
It's gonna be like State of Decay.
Triangle Strategy.
I am excited for Triangle Strategy.
Yeah.
Why can I only think of that stupid like arcade shooter Geometry Wars?
it looks more like a combination of Fire Emblem and Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Okay.
The game looks like Octopath Travelers. It's going to play like Fire Emblem, and it's going to be a choice-based system that affects the entire game.
It's okay. It's just the name of the game. Just is like they got kind of lazy.
It's called Triangle Strategy because there's it's like you know how
I get it,
how
but
in Mass Effect it's like you choose good or evil. Well, in Triangle Strategy, it's going to be like you choose good, evil, or neutral.
well, I'm neutral all the way.
Technically, you do that in Mass Effect too.
I get okay. Doing nothing is neutral in Mass Effect.
That's my second character in Mass
Commander
Effect.
Shepard, can I get your comment on that? What happened on the Reaper?
Mm-hmm.
Silence.
And now you have to punch me.
Renegade!
That's evil.
No, that's just how it goes no matter what you do.
Yeah, even if you're good.
Oh, you still
You're
punch
like,
That guy gets punched.
yeah, that's true. Always.
I do love the games when they give you the option of just dead silence and your character just sits there. And I call those the link runs, where you don't say anything. The whole game, you just make your character just the blink option.
Like the Telltale games and stuff.
I think you could also do that in one of the Dragon Age games.
We should do a full what's it called?
Silent run.
Dark anthology. Just like don't answer at all the whole game.
I'm in.
The relationship has not changed.
I think things change.
Sometimes
things
it
will
could.
change.
Yeah.
Why are you saying anything? No, you love
Talk to me.
Especially in like that second one.
And then it swaps characters and they don't say anything. It's like, talk to me.
yeah, we could do the multiplayer one where you're each controlling a character and you're just silent.
And they all just sit there.
Even in real life,
You
you
don't
just
talk
sit
to each
there.
other at all. You
Yeah.
just sit there.
It's like the most boring cutscenes.
And they're just like, okay, I'm gonna kill the monster now. You can just do whatever you're doing over here.
Don't shoot him!
Awesome.
Okay.
Alright, do you have anything else we want to go over before we close it?
We're closing?
Right? I mean,
We're at hour 10.
oh, that's shorter than I thought.
Yeah, so if you have any games in mind, maybe.
Oh, I kind of thought we would run out of time by now, but
No. This shit happens, you know.
Yeah, I didn't come up with a game today.
Okay.
We can do the tournament thing again if we want.
How about we can do the swap one word per person. This is us making something on the fly, guys. All right, you're getting straight. This is like straight Gazelle Hospital gold. One per person. Let's make a game premise.
Okay, so we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a game premise.
We did
So
is
is it going to be is it going to be like the summary for the game?
Yeah.
Or are we making the
not a summary.
story for the game?
We are pitching a game.
Okay, we're pitching a game. All right. Who wants to start this? Quinn?
And let's get a random genre for this.
I like it. I'm in.
Quinn, you'll start off with the first word as well.
Okay.
So we've done this before. If you guys didn't know,
the genre is action.
Okay. We've done this before. If you guys didn't know, we did this for
Long time ago. For game reviews.
Game reviews. Yes.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
That was such a good idea.
That was
We're so funny.
We're so clever and funny.
Except sometimes, you know.
Sometimes
we
I say most
we
of the
devolve
time.
into some stupid shit, and I just like, why are we doing this?
All right, go ahead.
All right. So in
The
beginning.
you
have
What was the genre again?
action,
Action.
and
suspense,
With
loves
love, and
tragedy.
as
John.
And
Laura.
Period.
it's not a word.
No, that's good. It's good.
It's a sentence.
Yeah, that's good.
Fucker.
That's good.
It's
A.
Quit.
Did you say it?
I said A.
It.
Sorry, I said it.
Oh, will
show
The
world
your
strength.
and
demise.
Period.
be
The
Hero.
you've
always
Dreamed.
of
and
Love.
yourself.
and
Laura.
I knew it. Yes. But guys, we're pitching a game here. We're pitching it.
oh,
to
sorry.
someone.
Well, yeah, what makes this game different?
All right, it's
Yeah,
an action.
all right.
game. Okay.
Shoot.
Your no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Puppy.
Gun.
At
Your
Cat.
then
protect.
All
of
Your
animals.
in
this.
Game.
where
You.
Are
raising
Puppy.
and
cats
While.
shooting.
barnyard
Period.
What?
shooting barnyard. Period. I expected a little bit more.
Why? Barnyard. Cows.
Okay. As
You
Demonstrate.
a
variety
Of.
useful
animals
To.
maneuver
your
Puppies.
just like said character or something. I mean,
Come on, Quinn.
in
to
The.
kennel.
but
Laura.
doesn't
have
any
Puppies.
or
does.
She.
Now it became a mystery.
I don't know what.
okay. Let's introduce the main villain. How about that?
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
What's going on here?
You're up.
Fight.
Flufflopicus.
The
Horny.
Rabbit.
as
He.
Tries.
to
Breed.
Your.
puppies.
And.
Cats.
Stop.
Breeding. Yeah.
Period.
Stop breeding.
Yeah, it's an exclamation mark after that.
Yeah. Okay, so the villain is
It's
established.
Flufflopicus,
Uh-huh.
the rabbit.
And then, what is there a subgenre of this action game? Is this
Clearly,
adventure?
there's mystery because you don't know if Laura has puppies or
Okay,
not.
so it's John and Laura against Fluffalopalaka.
Flufflopicus.
The horny rabbit.
The horny rabbit.
And it's part farming simulator, I guess,
Ooh.
and it's a shooter or it's an action game.
It's an action game where you
farming
shoot puppies and
simulator.
cats.
Where you shoot puppies, guns at cats.
At cats to maneuver them into kennels while trying to stop the breeding of the horny rabbit. Flufflopicus.
20K, so we could kickstart this,
20K.
Yeah.
and maybe more. Actually, we need to hire someone.
We'll put it on Kickstarter. Let's do one more game, a new genre.
Okay, new genre, new game, new genre.
Yeah, I think everyone is going to be buying this. Oh, what's the title of this game?
Oh yeah.
Because we gotta pitch that. Should we do it, style
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Return
of
The.
Fluffalo.
what?
Okay.
Okay, done.
Like that.
Wait, it's a
Sorry.
sequel, so we missed the first game.
No, this is just the game.
Oh, okay.
Wait, return.
Okay.
It's fine. Totally the first game.
Yeah.
We'll make a prequel later.
Strategy.
Strategy. Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Bring.
Armies.
Of.
Strategy, right? Yeah.
Okay. Flamingos.
2.
War.
Against.
All
Of.
The.
other
Flamingos.
They.
will
Fly.
And.
kick.
Your.
Ass.
Shit.
Good, it's good. It's good. We got a strategy game coming.
Flamingo on Flamingo War. Okay. What makes
Upgrade.
The.
Flamingos.
2.
Shoot.
Bombs.
And
Lasers.
At.
all
The.
Children.
flamingos.
There's child flamingos? Is that it? Okay.
So you gotta take out the children.
Yeah, I gotta take
Stop.
out the children to stop the future
Yeah.
enemy flamingos,
Okay.
clearly.
Okay. Protect
Your.
Children.
from
The.
Enemy.
flamingos.
Because.
They.
Might
Shit.
All.
on,
Your.
Children.
but
They.
Can't.
pee
At.
You.
because
They.
Are.
not.
Erect.
Oh, we made the porn strategy game.
Why are we going all the way back to the horny shit every fucking time, Trey?
I blame Alex!
You could have just said they're not real.
Okay, so we got a weird twist in the game where they're horny.
They're not horny.
Oh, sorry, they just got shit on us.
Yes.
And our
We have to
children.
shit on our children to win the game.
Okay,
And
But
the
we need
flamingos
to
be
follow
upgraded
up.
with lasers.
And
What's the
bombs.
story about? That is the story. What can we do to prevent them from getting to our children?
Okay, I got it.
I am first. I'm first here.
Okay,
You
go for it.
finished.
Go.
Build.
I was gonna say the same thing.
We all were. Okay.
Up
Your
Flamingo.
army
and the
defense
base
So
you
aren't
undefended.
from.
shit.
We're good.
Let's talk about what we can build. Maybe we'll go into details of
Yeah,
all
please.
the upgrades we can make.
Yeah. Nests.
Of
Titanium.
Will.
save
Your
Flamingos.
from
shit.
And
umbrellas.
Will
keep
Your
children
safe.
from
shit.
Useful.
for
Shit.
No. That was the end of the sentence. I found a new one. Useful.
weapons.
Can
Be
Your
defenses
against
alien.
shit.
I tried going in a new direction.
I wanted you to say shit just to end it. I wanted you to end it.
Alien
Alien. This fucker.
I tried adding a new enemy, alien flamingos.
We're going too deep.
Yeah, but now we got alien shit
Okay.
flying down from space.
So we're making a game where flamingos
Must
we
kill
build
other
army flamingos that have to go fly in and shit all over the other children.
No, they bomb the enemy flamingos. Children.
And shit.
and
And
with lasers,
shit, yeah.
and they can upgrade their nest to titanium for the maximum upgrade power that they need to shit all over their enemies.
This seems like a great game. What are we gonna call this game?
You can start.
Flamingo.
Angry.
Fun time.
That's it.
Japanese.
Flamingo.
I was hoping
Angry
you would
Fun
say
Time.
angry, and then I would say flamingos.
Nope.
I was
Flamingo.
hoping you'd
Angry
say
Fun Time.
of, so I could say paradise. We could just end it there with some nice uplifting name. But you had to say angry.
You know, we always do things in rules of 3. Should we just do one more?
Okay.
Okay, we'll make this one a little faster though.
All right. Yeah. This will be 2 sentences. We're pitching the game. It's a
Okay.
sports game.
Okay.
Okay, sports.
Trey, lead us off. Or did Trey lead us off last time?
No, I think I did.
Okay.
So.
Go.
Touchdown
In
Paradise.
with
footballs.
And
rhinos.
In
Paradise.
Period.
that's fine. That's fair. It's
Yeah,
period.
we'll put a period.
Period.
So that's period.
Bring in
Okay. Against
all
Odds.
you,
can
Score.
your
rhino
A.
UFO.
to
Fly.
To
the
Ends.
of
the
Universe.
field, man.
The really big field.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
touchdown.
We're-
It's the universe spanning game, baby.
Oh yeah. Name of the game. Touchdown. All right.
The end. All right. We want to close this out.
Yes, we'll close this out.
All right. Well, you can find any of our podcasts. Obviously, you're listening, but we are on Spotify now, so feel free to check that out.
Spoofy.
Movie.
But we should be on basically any sort of podcast app. Feel free to leave a review if you can, because it'd be help us be more visible.
Help
to
us
others.
help you. Help us help you.
Also, feel free to write an email to us. Our email, it's gazellehospital@gmail.com. If you have any questions or anything interesting you think would be good for the podcast, let us know. Maybe we'll read your email on the podcast.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So first 5 emails get read. Even if they're talking shit about us, feel free.
It's true. I will read anything that talks shit about us.
Very true, actually. Also, feel free to email us any sort of games you might want us to try and or games to do on the podcast too. Something as simple as what we did, which is one word per person, or something more in depth.
We're pretty open.
You can message us on Twitter. Me at Quinpat Meadows. You can message Alex at AfroHorsey.
Mm-hmm.
You can message us on at Gazelle Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You can message Trey through a carrier pigeon again.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what else can we say?
Um.
Use your teleportation magic to send Trey a message.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Time travel is also possible if you want.
Trey, you're supposed to save those. We need a different range time. That's why I couldn't use carrier pigeon.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We'll think of one every.
Use time travel to stop yourself from saying that. All right.
Yeah.
Breaking the
We're
rules.
also on TikTok, Gazelle Hospital. We got some more stuff that I need to post.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
But I think that's about it. And to all of the listeners at home.
Which, I guess you guys aren't all at home. You guys could be at work. You guys could be
Be in the
driving.
car.
So only the ones at home.
Okay, only the ones at home.
Everyone else get out now.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Everyone at work during this at the New Year.
Hope your
that
year sucks.
Man. I'm sorry.
Start of a shit New Year, I must say.
All right, bye.